Okay, thanks for coming over to listen and test this out for me. I'm kinda nervous about this, even though it's supposed to just be a one shot. I'm I've never been the DM before, so I appreciate the help. Just kind of having someone here to bounce my ideas off of and you know talk about it. The story hook. Okay, so the party gathers at the mouth of a cave, each member receiving a letter with a nobleman's seal. The session begins with me reading the letter. My dearest friends, it is Lord Grendel Greenfinger. I'm writing this letter because the situation in Berkshire has grown dire. We've been afflicted with a great famine by my exiled brother, Fenless. As good of a druid as I am, I cannot easily create the food my citizens require. I hypothesize that my brother has recruited the witches that have been a thorn in our side for many years now. They've cursed our fields with, surprisingly, accelerated growth. Growth to the point that our plants begin to reach the end of their life cycle before we can harvest them. This does mean we still have the seeds, so it's not a supply issue for that. The directions of this letter will lead you to a friend of mine. She is quite eccentric, choosing to live deep inside of a cave, but she has a heart of gold and is even stronger than I am. Show her this letter and she will aid you, assuming that you do not anger her. But I doubt that you can. She only really attacks those that attack her first. Be warned though, she has a silver tongue. Please, friends, hurry. I surmise that we won't make it halfway through the winter, and the closest towns can only give us food when it's already too late. Disperse of those witches and deal with my brother. Then we will be able to stabilize the situation in town. And once that is done, I will be able to offer you my services once again. Then the party would enter the cave and almost right away hear the roar of a dragon. They venture deeper into the cave, the temperature getting colder the deeper they go. Then they see a bat hanging from the ceiling. You see, one of the players has the ability to talk to animals. So, if they try to talk to it, they're going to meet with what inhabits the cave early. But they have to roll a really high roll to persuade it. And I doubt that they can. Like, they basically have to get a natural 20. It's a difficult roll. If they do get it, however, they'll have an easier time dodging and disarming the traps that are in the cave. Um, the first trap is fairly harmless. It's just a gust of wind that's constantly blowing them back toward the entrance. They can do an arcana check to try and figure it out and to find the off switch, which the wizard can just turn off using a cantrip. The second option, though I do not recommend they all do this, is to just brute force through the wind with their strength. Only the fighter and the paladin can really do this, because the other two people have negative strength. So, yeah. The next trap is a pool of water that will climb up their leg if they choose to step in it. It's only like up to their ankles, but it will climb up their leg and it will start to freeze, trapping them in place. They can use ice spells to freeze it in advance. They can climb on the walls, or they could just have the wizard kind of float them to the other side. And the final thing they face in the cave is a ruined library. Not to mention, it also houses some artifacts of great magical power, and it has stations for potion brewing, spell scroll making, research. It is the wizard's dream room. But there's a catch. Of course there is. Because if they look up, they'll meet the gaze of an ancient dragon staring right at them as it clings to the ceiling, watching them, waiting for them. And the moment the dragon realizes that it's been spotted, they'll hear, "My, my, my. I don't get visitors often. State your purpose." Now, this already seems like a lot for one session. So, do you think that I should split this up into multiple sessions? Because, like, they have to deal with this dragon, then they have to deal with the witches, and then the brother. The only thing is, there's a chance that they don't fight the dragon, because the dragon is the person they're trying to find in the cave. That's the person the letter was talking about. So, if they don't fight the dragon, there's no fighting in this session. So maybe I have the dragon or the witch fight in the first session, and then depending on how it goes, it's either a 2 session long story or a 3 session long story. What do you think? Because, like, I want to give each part of the story, like, enough space to, like, really be the focus, without having to share. Um, yeah, yeah. I think I'll split it up into multiple sessions. But now that I've figured out the pacing, we still have a lot of work to do. There's stats, and yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. I hope you don't mind. Thanks for coming to help me. I I really appreciate it.